This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. One of the key factors positively influencing the demand for handcrafted luxury watches worldwide is the trend and the purpose of using luxury and expensive fashion to serve as a symbol of social status. Furthermore, the growing interest in investing in luxury items with special functions is driving the demand for specialized, high-end watches. Luxury watches are high-quality, highly valued accessories made by skilled artisans. They can be made of various kinds of metals such as gold, silver, and platinum. Some of them are also embellished with gems such as rubies and diamonds, which are so far popular with many watch collectors. These watches are created to add sophistication and elegance to a person's style and personality. And because of this, many people are also keen on collecting and investing in buying luxury watches not just for their value for fashion, but also for the money that can be gained from collecting luxury watches. No doubt that the luxury watch market has grown in recent years. The demand of the people for this is surprisingly high like other luxury items in the industry. The widespread accessibility of luxury watches in distinctive materials, dial color combinations, strap designs, and themes is fueling the market growth. The global luxury watch market shifted after the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. There is a concerning factor pertaining to the state of this industry. Since 2020, the pre-owned watches have seen a great record performance, with the most desired pieces including some of the famous luxury watch brands and models like the Rolex Daytona and Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711. The trading of these most sought models became 2 to 3 times retail prices at their peak, and this continued until this year. The rising demand for used luxury items also happened particularly among the young population due to their popularity and accessibility, which is driving the market growth. Another factor is also the rising living standards, and rising disposable incomes are driving global demand for luxury watches at the moment. The big demand for luxury watches has been changing rapidly, even with the uncertainties and the indirect influences of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the luxury watch market transactions slowed in September and October of this year, as secondary market prices fell. Since its peak in May of this year, the overall market index for second-hand markets had also gone down by more than a quarter. The decrease in the second-hand market could become an early indicator of scaling back in the primary market. The sign of a decline in luxury spending, particularly in the United States, is the ongoing COVID-19 restrictions that restrict international travel from China, which is one of the top market buyers. Another one is that the prices for pre-owned Rolex and Patek Philippe timepieces reached all-time highs before plummeting sharply in April because the cryptocurrency values and stock markets fell down. These are some of the uncertain global economies that potentially could all jeopardize the industry's streak in demand. Despite the different changes in conditions in the luxury watch market, it still remains to be positive. The industry remains strong, and it keeps on striving, regardless of the situations that affects the market and the economy. According to the watch dealers, a drop in resale prices reflects a business turnaround rather than a permanent downturn. The sales in the primary watch market are still strong, and there is an increase of 22% in the first half of 2022. In contrast to the decreasing sales reported by the months of September and October, this month of November took another turn, as the watch dealers from both the primary market and the second-hand market saw a jump in their sales again. The situation of the luxury watch market. The craze for luxury watches. There is a drop in resale prices this year, but this is a natural response to a spree of demand in a period of intense wealth creation during the pandemic. Despite the pandemic during 2020 and 2021, there is proof of soaring market value, especially in technology, where there is continuous development and innovation, and also the booming of many cryptocurrencies for the past 2 years. As more people began to purchase and collect luxury watches, their value also increased. As many luxury watch brands continue to release new models of watches like the Rolex and the Patek Philippe, many watch collectors and buyers swamped the resale market with supply. They saw an opportunity to sell similar designs for 10 or more times their current price. This demand is also driven by several factors, including an abundance of cheap capital for many people who want to explore this line of business. Consumers are also abandoning fast fashion and the ones that easily got lost in the trend. They are now in favor of long-lasting, high-quality items like watches that also have a purpose as an investment. Many people want to get the best deal possible and are willing to spend more if the item or fashion label matches up with their values, just like the timepieces and other pieces of jewelry. Many people were not only interested in collecting and wearing these watches, but they also saw their immense potential in making money. Furthermore, more people are interested in luxury watches nowadays than there were decades ago. This occurrence actually started before the pandemic, but still, it has grown in popularity in popular culture. It affected people of all levels of income and income tax rates. In the primary market, there is still far more demand for luxury watches than its actual supply. For example, for first-time buyers, walking home with a new Rolex from an authorized dealer can be overwhelming. On the second-hand market, brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Audemars Piguet continue to fetch 2 to 4 times their original prices. Meanwhile, other luxury brands such as Omega and Cartier still did not get any drop in their prices. Despite the drop in resale prices, we do not expect the overall sales in the watch industry to fall. There's a chance of surpassing the figure for sales compared to the previous years. It's still a positive note that there are millions more people interested in timepieces today than 3 years ago, and this will have a significant impact on the value of the luxury brand of watches in the market. Talking about the brands, what we should know about the future of the luxury watch market. Even with the rising demand for luxury watches, just like the other valuable items in the market and other industries, the luxury watches trade is not recession-proof, and it can still be affected by any economic interventions that may happen in the future. Luxury brand watchmakers must tread cautiously in the following months, given the impending economic uncertainties. Some parts of the world are still experiencing the effect of the pandemic on their economy, and due to the global recession which is happening, everything in the market is still undetermined. Prices in the secondary market are currently higher than retail prices, implying that demand in the primary market outnumbers the supply. This means that marketers can raise retail prices while also increasing production to better meet the demand. It has also been proven that it's difficult for watch brands in establishing luxury watches. Aside from the standard process of creating these beautiful timepieces, it really takes a significant amount of time and resources. This also suggests that there is less room for an increase in price than what is expected to happen in the last few years. Consumers see high-end timepieces as a store of wealth, and even if inflation takes place, it will likely make these consumers suffer as well if retail sales price also fall. In a public statement released by Rolex last fall, they stated that they do not intentionally limit supply, but it's simply the truth happening behind the manufacturing process. Rolex also added in their statement that the current production cannot meet current demand completely, but they assured that they are at least not lowering the quality of their watches. They refuse to do it because they adhere to the quality of their merchandise and believe that they should not ever be compromised. Several luxury watch brands, however, are working to increase the number of their supply in the market. According to the Federation of the Swiss Watch Industry, the Swiss watch industry exported watches worth a total of 11.9 billion Swiss francs, which is equivalent to $12.4 billion. This report took place in the first half of this year, which is a clear indication that there is an increase of 8% over the same period last year. Raising prices is far easier for these luxury watch brands, as they have done this across the board in recent years. Although the consumer sentiment toward purchasing a watch can be reported as lower today than it was several months ago, this is not defining how the luxury market is falling down. The market itself is repetitive, and this can happen in a different pattern. One thing is clear: the luxury watch market is still alive more than ever. And even with the fact that the world is in recession, falling resale prices may end up being a minor blip on the radar, and the people involved in the market will just slightly feel its impact. Once again, you reached the end of this video. What are your thoughts about the luxury watch market? Do you think it really is still at its peak? We are thrilled to hear your thoughts. If you liked this video, we will be glad if you let us know that too in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow us too, and give us a thumbs up if you liked this video. Once again, this is The Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our next video.